Somewhere in the beautiful Sussex countryside lies this house, which is home to an extraordinary collection of photographic glass plates which chronicle the early days of motoring.
It started by my grandfather in 1922, working for what was then the Sunbeam Talbot Darrett Company as publicity photographer for them. He went on, even then they had to be autonomous and generate their own income in their departments, as companies do now. So he was required to take in any other work he could get hold of, which, as he was doing automotive, meant that he went in for Bentleys, Rolls-Royce, anyone else he could manage to grab.
Robert today runs his family's photographic business, but has decided to transfer his incredible collection of automotive memorabilia onto CD-ROM. Old technology meets high technology.
12 by 10 plate cameras, not exactly very portable, but they did. You carried that around along with the slide case. Lighting was almost non-existent, other than flash powder, which was fairly hazardous stuff to use. And they made sure that every single plate counted, because you had to carry all those with you. You could only carry around about a dozen, maybe half a dozen extra slides. Not like 35mm now.
Of course, buying and owning a car was far different then.
I mean, a Rolls-Royce, I can't remember the exact price of a Rolls-Royce chassis then, but it would have probably been something in the order of £900, £1,000, which was an awful lot of money. You then, of course, took it, or had it taken, to the bodybuilders, and you selected what design of bodywork you preferred, and they then set about building a body for it. 9 months later you took delivery of your car, but it was of course your car, and it was very much to your specification.
But when did Robert realise that his photographic plates were so important?
When we moved them last. 6.5 tons plus of glass is an awful lot of realisation. Being serious, we have known for quite a number of years that these were of great interest to the automotive world. We've had people asking to look at things for years. The big problem has been that the technology hasn't been available for us to make them easily accessible to people. So what we've now been able to do with the advent of computers and CD-ROM and all the rest of it is to start scanning all the original plates, put the images down onto CD-ROM. People can then look at them, and they can then select whichever it is that interests them. We can then make the prints from the original negatives still. We have all the original negative ledgers, which gives us, of course, the accurate date each photograph was taken. Very often other information, who the shot was done for, obviously. Quite often body numbers, chassis numbers, all sorts of bits and pieces. And this is the first start of them. And they go on and on and on and on and on and on. And there are hordes and hordes of them. We have boxfuls of them. We can bring through into here. Let's move that out of the way. All on glass plate. There we go. UWP 733. Well, I don't think that negative's been out of its bag in probably about 30 or 40 years at least.
So we have some idea of what we're doing, varying cars, buses, or whatever the case may be. And we're roughly putting on about 1,000 images on one CD, which takes some time to do. We're very lucky in the respect that the quality of the original pictures are first class, so the scanning is made much easier for us. This one's actually been done now, so I can take it out like that, and you have to be fairly careful to pick it up like that, and then that goes straight back into its little pouch because we don't want to get it scratched. And that we do 1,000 times for one CD, which takes an awful long time.
The larger ones we've got that date back to motor shows. These are some of the ones shot on the 12-10 camera, which date back to motor shows a long time ago.
Next CD that's coming out, we're hoping to put Talbot, STD, Lagonda, some motor shows out of the 1930s, W.O. Bentley, and Kevil Davis, and that should take us up to about 1,000 images for the new one.
My favourite picture of the whole collection is a 4.5 litre supercharged Bentley, head-on, which I think sums it all up perfectly. It's large, fast, heavy and horrible, but a lovely car.